Yeah, congrats on the show.
Thank you.
The first thing, though, I have to comment on is you have some absolute zingers, some brutal takedowns.
Yeah, she's pretty brutal. She is.
Was it quite fun leading into that kind of bully aspect?
Yeah, because I think she's saying things you wouldn't say. So it's quite fun being on set and kind of getting to let loose, really, in a kind of safe environment way. And she's sort of saying it to deflect, I think, from some of the stuff she's also going through.
How did you get involved with a project at the start? Have you read the books beforehand?
So I hadn't actually read the books when the project kind of came my way. So it was purely sort of the script and, who was going to be in it, and that Ella was, execing it, and sort of Ella also directing it. So I met with them, kind of read for it, and I think I sort of fell in love with the offering of it. Not just, I think, the character of Julia, but actually what the whole show was and what they were sort of saying with the show.
It's actually quite interesting with Julia's arc that it actually does kind of tie into the main themes of like being invisible, being unspoken. I'm obviously trying to navigate, not go into spoilerish areas, but are you just excited to kind of see for audiences to see the full picture of Julia? Because obviously there's a lot more going on than just this kind of story.
No, totally. And I think that for me is what really drew me to the character, because I think, you don't want to play someone who's kind of one tone or something. And I think there's a lot of colour to her personality and like her history and her past and who she's kind of trying to be, and that she's like reinventing herself. And obviously Rhiannon's a little bit of a thorn in her side in that way, because she's come back to Carnsham and Rhiannon is like, I know what you did. This is what you did to me. And Julia's kind of like, no, that I don't remember that. And I think that's the beauty of like the part of Julia, is that across those 6 episodes, you just do discover a lot more about her.
And you spend a fair bit of screen time with Ella, and was there quite a relationship building between the two of you when you're on set?
Yeah, and I mean, it has to be when I think there's just 2 members of cast, because there's only a few scenes where I really get to interact with any of the other cast. Again, thinking about spoilers, but there's most of my scenes are either with, Ella or sort of with my friends that you see me with in episode 1, and they were all also incredible. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like any job, really. I think one of the fun things about being an actor is you get to be on set and you get to sort of have a play for the day.
Not to say you have a kill list, but if you had like a list of people that just really do your head in,
who would be on my list?
What kind of people, what kind of things would be on that list?
Okay, so I would say people who invade your personal space. That's quite a bugbear for me, sort of on the tube. Or do you know when you're on like an aeroplane and someone's got their arm like on your bit in your space, and then you've got like a 8-hour flight or something. So I would say I'm quite big on the space thing, that space invaders, they would be on my kill list.
It needs to have like a Zorb in it. Is
I
a
kind
Zorb
of
ball?
I would actually take a little Zorb ball, just especially like sort of like in a gig or something at a concert, and then you could just like dance how you want and you wouldn't be like a sardine.
What do you think is going to be the audience reaction just to the show in general? Because I have a feeling there's going to be some hot debates online.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I probably try not to think too much about like what the audience might think. I guess I just hope they enjoy it, and it's this amazing comedy thriller, so I'd like to think there's a little something for everyone, so I hope they enjoy it.
But I think particularly because this whole anti-hero kind of thing, and there's no black and white here. It absolutely is just grey, and I definitely think, a lot of people, particularly, I mean, not just Rhiannon character, but your character as well, particularly with, again, spoilers, some of the things that happen going forward. Yeah,
well, let's see.
And there's obviously 3 other books as well in a series, I believe. Season 2, is that on the cards and talks? Or are we just waiting to see what happens?
I think that's sort of at out of my knowledge pool of information. But I mean, look, I think this series is amazing. So obviously, I think stay tuned. Really.